Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Wi-Fi battle. Today we have our fourth match against TheKillerNacho from battles 36, 45, and 64. He is a very tenured PokeTuber who I am a fan of, and this battle actually took place on his stream about a week ago. And as you can see, he has another very strong and well-balanced team there, so it should definitely be another good one, and we're going to get into it. So, looking at the team preview, I was thinking he was going to want to lead with the Azelf to get the entry hazard set up early, which he does indeed lead with the Azelf, as I decided to lead with my Cobalion, Gordon Ramsay. So, turn one, he is going to outspeed me, and unfortunately he does catch me off guard here by going straight for the taunt. I figured he would go for the Stealth Rock, so I did go for the Stealth Rock. Unfortunately, not going to do anything thanks to the taunt. So next turn he is actually going to go for the Stealth Rock to get the entry hazard set up on me now, as I am going to go for the Iron Head, which is going to knock this thing down a little below half, which was pretty good. So this turn he is going to go for a switch, and he's going to come in with the Moltres, probably predicting another Iron Head. His pressure is going to come into play. I actually went for the switch here, predicting a switch on his side, but not into Moltres, as I am going to come in with my Togekiss, the Kiss of Death. I am going to take some damage from the rocks, but then regain some health with the leftovers. So this turn he actually is going to catch me with another surprise here by deciding to bust out the Z move on the Moltres, which actually turns out to be the Flying Z move, the Supersonic Sky Strike. So this is more than likely coming off of Hurricane, so it would deal massive damage, and unfortunately that is going to be enough to one-shot kill my Togekiss, dropping me down to 5 Pokemon. So then I am going to come in with my Raikou Sabertooth, and I'm going to take some damage from the rocks as my pressure is going to come into play. And he is going to go for the switch here, doesn't want to get taken out with an electric attack, so he's going to come in with the Alolan Muck, as I am just going to go for the Volt Switch, predicting a switch on his side to get a little bit of chip damage on the Muck. I do take some damage from the Life Orb, and then of course I am going to get the mandatory switch, so I am going to come back in with my Cobalion off that and take a little bit of damage from the rocks. So he is going to go for the switch here, once again leading me to believe he is a specially defensive set. He is going to come back in with the Moltres. The pressure is going to come back into play, but this turn I decide to go ahead and bust out my own Z move that I am carrying on the Cobalion, which is actually the Rock Z move, the Continental Crush. So I did this kind of predicting the switch into Moltres. This is coming off of Stone Edge, and I didn't want to risk a miss here, so that is definitely going to be enough to one-shot kill the Moltres and drop him down to 5 Pokemon. So then he is going to come in with Como-O, and here I actually do outspeed him, which was nice. I am going to go straight for the close combat, trying to get as much damage as possible. It does take him down a little below half, which was good. Is going to cut my defenses in the process, as he actually goes for the Dragon Dance to go ahead and get that +1 attack and speed, trying to set up on me. And then he is going to regain some health with the leftovers. So this turn I am going to go for the switch. I don't want to lose my Cobalion just yet, so I am going to switch in with my Claydol, Clay Aiken. I am going to take some damage from the rocks, and then he is going to go for a close combat, and it does knock me down a little under half thanks to the attack boost on his side. He is going to get his defenses cut from that and regain some more health with the leftovers. And unfortunately, he is just going to outspeed me this turn and go for another close combat, which is going to be enough to finish off my Claydol, dropping me down to 4 Pokemon, as it does cut his defenses yet again. And then he is going to regain even more health with the leftovers. So then I am going to come in with my Glossopod. I am going to take some damage from the rocks, and here he is going to go straight for the Outrage, unfortunately, and I am barely able to survive that in the red with 17 health, but unfortunately that does activate my emergency exit, so I am forced to switch out here, and off of that I am going to come back in with the Cobalion and take a little more damage from the rocks as he does regain more health with the leftovers. So this turn he is just going to go straight for an Outrage. I'm guessing he was predicting a double switch on my side, but he is going to become confused due to the fatigue there, and I am going to just go for a close combat, which is going to be enough thanks to the defense drops on his side to take out the Como-O, fortunately dropping him down to 4 Pokemon as my defenses are going to be cut yet again. So then he is going to come in with Heliolisk, and here I do have to switch out. I know I can't take an attack from this thing if it is spexed after my defenses are cut, so I am going to switch in with my Glossopod as fodder, as it is going to go down to the Stealth Rock, dropping me down to 3 Pokemon. So then I am going to come in with my Muck and take some damage from the rocks. And he is going to go for the Volt Switch here, which is going to knock me actually below half. More than likely, he is spexed based on that damage, and he is going to get the mandatory switch directly into his own Muck, as I am just going to go for the knockoff, which is going to take him down a little above half and get rid of his Assault Vest, which was nice, as I do regain some health with the Black Sludge. So this turn I am going to go for the switch once again. I don't want to take an attack from this thing with Muck, so I'm going to come back in with Cobalion, take more damage from the rocks as he goes for the knockoff. Not going to do much of anything, but it is going to activate my Justified to increase my attack, which was nice. So this turn he is going to go for a Shadow Sneak just to get some chip damage on me. Not going to do much since Cobalion does have very high defense. I'm going to go for an Iron Head here just in case he switched, hoping to take him out, but he actually does survive that in the red with like 2 HP, which was unfortunate. That is going to let him go for another Shadow Sneak this turn to get more chip damage on me, but I am just going to go for another Iron Head, which is going to finish off the Muck, dropping him down to 3 Pokemon as well. So then he is going to come back in with the Heliolisk, and he is going to outspeed me here, unfortunately, and he is going to go straight for the Thunderbolt, which is going to be enough to finish off the Cobalion, dropping me down to 2 Pokemon. So then I am going to come back in with Raikou and take more damage from the rocks. My pressure is going to come into play once again, and unfortunately he is going to outspeed me here and go for the Thunderbolt, which is going to knock me down to about 1/3 of my health, and I am going to in turn hit him with the Thunderbolt. It is the best attack I have for this thing. Only going to take him down by about 1/3 though, unfortunately. I do take damage from the Life Orb, and then he is just going to go for one more Thunderbolt to finish off my Raikou, dropping me down to just 1 Pokemon. So finally I am going to come back in with Muck, and I am going to take more damage from the rocks, and he is definitely going to outspeed me, and unfortunately from that health with the choice specs for increased damage, there's no way I'm going to survive one more Thunderbolt. That is going to finish off my Muck, and that is game. So I lost that one 3-0 against the TheKillerNacho, but that was still a good match. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.